This is Ken Smith reminding you it happened today, December 29th, but the year 1170. Words that he would regret he ever spoke were spoken by the Archbishop of Canterbury. Because on this day, Thomas Becket was assassinated on the high altar at the Canterbury Cathedral by 4 knights who took literally the words of the king, "Who will rid me of this troublesome priest?" The king would make public penance at the cathedral for speaking those words. 1170. It was on this day the British burned the city of Buffalo. 1812. The Treaty of New Eshota is signed between the United States government and a minority of Cherokee Indians to give all the land of the Cherokees east of the Mississippi River to the United States. 1835. That would lead to eventually what is called the Trail of Tears, where 16,000 Native Americans were marched over 1,200 miles. 4,000 of those Indians died of disease, famine, and warfare, all because of a treaty that was made on this day, 1835. Texas was admitted as the 28th state of the Union on this day, 1845. 6 years later, the first YMCA was chartered in Boston, Massachusetts, 1851. Perhaps you've wondered, when was the bowling ball invented? Well, it was on this day, 1862. It was also on this day that the United States 7th Cavalry, a massacre at Wounded Knee. It was the same Army battalion that Custer had led the 7th Cavalry to its demise at the Little Bighorn. It was 15 years later, after that massacre, that the 7th Cavalry led Wounded Knee, the killing, the massacre of 200 Sioux Indian. But it's a tragedy on all sides. Even at the Little Bighorn, where Custer died, in that same battle, 2 of his brothers died, along with his brother-in-law and a nephew. The tragedy of war. It was on this day that President Barack Obama retaliates against Russia for hacking American computers and trying to influence the 2016 presidential election. He ejected 35 Russian spies who they believed were involved in the conspiracy. And so there's good news and bad news, confusing news. But behind it all is the good news that this is the day the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it.